everyone. Hello. Excuse me. Just want to share. Hello, everyone. Sorry for my little tickle in my voice today. I got some tea though. So, y'all know how that is. Let's see. I usually don't show me. Try to put this on here to figure out the comments. What's up, everybody? We're going to start soon at 7 o'clock. I'm excited. It's Tuesday and it's football day. So I am going to just go ahead and get started so I can watch the game. What's up, everybody, and welcome to the sixth episode of season 2. I'm sorry, of Sports Talk with me, your girl Whitney B. I have an exciting episode today because, of course, the Lions won. So this is going to be super exciting. But we're going to talk about a lot of stuff. So without further ado, y'all, let's get this show started. And again, welcome into the sixth episode of season 2. I messed that up in the intro. I'm sorry, y'all. Since the Lions won, I just feel like, why not start there? But I'm not because I got a lot to talk about when it comes to the Lions. First, I want to say, sorry if I sound weird. I took some Mucinex, and my God, does that stuff work? It worked like it's no advertisement here, but yeah, I'm gonna go with Mucinex from now on. Where do I start? I want to say after last week's show, so much stuff came out. I'm like, oh my God, like I really needed to do the show the next day. It's just a lot. So our good guy K9, Kenneth Walker, over there at Michigan State has declared for the NFL draft. I'm actually proud of him. Let me just go ahead and I was gonna stop the hand clap, but then I was like, anybody, I think he will make it good. For a team, it's just our team's running backs in the draft is very iffy. So where he gonna go in the draft, I don't know. I don't want to predict that. I just feel bad for Michigan State because it's like he was the playmaker. I know. I mean, they have Justin Naylor still. I guess I didn't hear about him entering into the draft, so I don't know there, but I'm I'm just a little on the fence about him not playing in the bowl games. I'm actually was looking forward to Pittsburgh versus MSU. I'm still looking forward to the game, but now I just feel like Pittsburgh gonna win. So it is what it is. K9, he's declared for the draft. That was something big that came out. Kyrie, well, the name of the show or the title of the show this week is that teams should go back into the bubble. And this is why. Last week, it was so many people out for the Lions. I mean, it was people out for other teams. You've had coaches out, players out, just a ton of people out when it comes to sports. Well, in the beginning of this, our good guy, Kyrie Irving, he was like firm. I'm not getting the shot. I don't want the shot. I don't care. It is what it is. So basically the Nets, they set him like you can't really play because of the protocols and whatever. So the team announced they bringing him back and then boom, he got COVID. So now he out. Like this, and I'm sorry for chuckling. You know what I'm saying? It's just I just find it funny that, this is he's sitting out for COVID and whatever. But it's going around. I mean, this is I don't know. Like, this is something I really feel like they're showing us that we're going to have to deal with from here on out. It's been so many more players announced on the COVID list in sports. This next week, Jared Goff, they had this big win on Sunday and then boom, here from Monday and he got COVID. Like, no, we need him against the Falcons. Like, what's going on here? I'm, I, I don't know. I just feel like for the safety of these players that they spend so much money on, they have all of these $1 million contracts, $1 million endorsements. I think they're going back in the bubble. I believe the NBA is for sure going back in the bubble, and I think the NFL is going to go back to having no fans. It's just weird because even when you take it out of sports, I always say I think my daughter should go back to virtual school, even though I know that's something she gonna hate, and me as well. I'm no teacher, and when she was asking me questions, I'm Googling and all kind of stuff. But the way that these cases are spiking and, with or without the vaccine, I don't see them doing it. Like, I don't see them allowing this to go on because, I'm trying not to think about it either because football is on right now. The exciting part about the end of the football season is it's like it's almost coming on every day. I love football on Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Thursday. I just hate that I had to do my show at the same time football is going to be on. I was going to do a power ranking again this week as I did last week. Hey, bro. But I I don't think the reason why I'm not doing it, saw my brother's comment and got super distracted. Sorry. But I don't want to do it because the Eagles and Washington play today. That's a big game. And the Rams and the Seahawks play. They're playing right now. So I guess I could have did it, but I'll put one up on my Twitter tomorrow. So guys, follow me on Twitter if you're not at my Whitney B or at Whitney 2788. Thank you. Um I don't know. Like I think it's gonna be the bubble again. It's just too many COVID cases. It's going too wild for them to continue to cancel games. It's like the way it's going through sports teams now, I just feel like it's not going to be a playoffs because who's going to play? The Lions literally won with fifth string players. I don't even know where they were getting some of these people. I said in the beginning of preseason, when we saw Craig Reynolds literally come off his couch and playing preseason, I said they should sign him to the roster. And he's proven why he should be on the roster, but we wouldn't have never gotten here with him had DeAndre Swift not been injured and Jamal Williams not out with COVID. Like, I don't know. I don't think they want to go to the bubble, and the reason why they're not is because of the money that they're making off of the fans, but it makes sense, especially with everybody, getting sick like this. This not making no sense. I'm sad. I'm so sad for Jared Goff. Y'all know I don't even mess with Jared Goff. I don't even call him Jared Goff until he proves himself. Like, and now I'm finally at a place where I can finally consider this man who he is, and boom, he got COVID. Like, wow. And the Falcons, like, we could really win that game. I'm not betting on Boyle or Blau, but the way the team been playing lately, hey, you really never know. You really never know. I'ma just going on into it because I've been inching into it the whole time. Yes, the Lions defeated the Cardinals. The worst team in the NFL beat the best team in the NFL. Now, we're going to use that whole best team phrase loosely, though, because it's really been based off the fact that they've been winning. But I personally feel like the Cardinals this year reminds me a lot of the Steelers of last season. Was winning all them games and then in the end choked. Like, I think the Cardinals will lose out. They got to play Seattle. And Russell Wilson, I feel like, is back. Now, I do think it's going to be a toss-up next season with Pete Carroll or Russell Wilson. I don't think Seattle is getting rid of Russ. So I think this is the end of the Pete Carroll era. Womp womp womp. But I personally just don't. I don't know. And I saw the post show with Cliff Kingsbury, and he was all upset talking about, oh, I can't believe I was out coached by Dan Campbell. Well, that's because you didn't even want to coach this game. Y'all probably went into it like the Lions suck. We gonna just win. We gonna go out there and do whatever, and it shows. Like, and you can't do that. You really, I think I read a stat too where it was like this is the third time in NFL history the best team beat the worst team. On the back end of that stat though, it was like those other two teams won the Super Bowl was the Patriots and somebody else. I think the Steelers or the Cardinals. I don't know. But anywho, I don't think the Cardinals is going on to win the Super Bowl, let alone their division. It's looking like the Rams is actually going to pull it off. So congratulations to Matthew Stafford. Low key, I think Matthew Stafford was so happy the Lions won too Saturday. I just felt it. I told my husband we was watching the game. I know Matthew is over there in LA, cuddled up with his wife and them kids watching this game. Like, thank you, Lions, because this was depending on the division as well. Now, San Fran, that's a good team. And when Deebo Samuel is on that field, my God. My God. So it's no way Seattle is crawling out of the hole. But I do think the Rams is actually going to pull it off. They're going to win that division. Arizona, it's like they always seem to choke in the playoffs, though. Kyler, and I was looking at he's a good person. He's a good quarterback. He runs, he do his thing. But they got to figure out how to get over the playoff hump. And that's all I'm going to say about that. He was sacked 2 times. He was pressured 4 times. Charles Harris, my God, like these players, I don't know what Aaron Glenn tells the defensive players or what he's giving them. I don't know if they having some kind of special protein treats or whatever. But that defense plays a game unlike any other Lions defense I've witnessed. Like, he's literally taking me. He can take me and make me a defensive player. And Lord knows I'm not trying to do nothing but maybe be a corner. I don't want to be hit. And I'm sure some people out there like, ooh. But I feel like he can take me and make me a star. And it's so sad because the way the defense is playing, I know another team is looking at him like, we need a coach. I mean, what's the man, Urban Meyer? However you say it, from Jacksonville. He just got fired. So I'm sure they looking for somebody in Jacksonville. He might be on the list. I'm not saying they looking at him, but he might be on the list. And we'll get to the Chicago game, but I'm definitely sure after how that Chicago game was coached last night, Matt Nagy is definitely getting fired. So I'm hoping we can hold on to Aaron, but I'm not even sure, I don't know. And Dan Campbell, he called the best game they called all season. Next to the Rams game, that Rams game was something else. I'm just so happy I was there to witness it. I'm not even sure if Dan Campbell was play calling them, but that was a great game. When I say Dan did his thing, I was like, oh my God, I love my coach this week. Like, and then what's good is the fact that the Lions have lost all these games, 2-11-1. We now the second worst team. Jacksonville went ahead and slid above us. But Dan Campbell still has control of his locker room. Those players really still believe in him and believe in what he has to offer or just bring to the team. And I'm very much excited to see that, for them, because look at what happened in Jacksonville and what's still happening. That man lost that locker room long time ago, long before he started cussing them coaches out talking about when they took that L and he sent them on and stayed in Ohio, you know, that's not Dan Campbell. The Lions, the team, they love Dan, and I'm on the Dan Campbell train, especially after what I saw, you know, Sunday. I'm gonna get into this too, and I know I always seem to go on a rant. Um, and I'm gonna just have to say it. I'm very much so sick and tired of people. Oh, now the Lions. It's just like the Lions to blow their draft capital. Like, what are we doing here? Are we paying these men to lose to get number one draft picks, or are we playing them to win? And especially the Lions, like with their record, when they do lose, oh, same old Lions, losing ass Lions. The Lions suck. The Lions this. When we gonna see improvement? And then when they show us improvement, oh, it's just like the Lions to ruin their draft capital. Like the thing is, the reason why these men are put in the position that they're put in, men like Brad Holmes and other general managers, they're there to find talent. As my good friend Corey said, if his job is to draft at any position, then wherever they draft at, they should find the talent that fits the team. It's not about tanking a game to win the number one draft pick. Like that's the most dumb thing I've ever experienced, especially when these men are paid millions of dollars to do that. And then you have men on a team such as the Lions truthfully playing for a position in the NFL. Because how I mean, if I'm not a Lion, if the Lion's not gonna keep me on the roster, who else is to pick me up? Because what do I have? It's not like I'm coming from a Super Bowl contender. You know what I'm saying? It's not like I'm coming from a mid team. I've did this or whatever. No, you have Rob Gronkowski fake a whole retirement to not come to the Lions. So you think these other teams are looking at these players and saying, "Oh well, no, they have something to prove." But it's like you sometimes or iffy fans or whatever y'all call yourselves. Oh, well, we want improvement, but we don't really want you to improve because we want you to have the number one pick. And then with the number one pick, what if that does nothing for the team? I mean, it just it's mind-boggling to me to see the amount of like real haters. Like and you never really hear it about another team. Yes, Rob Gronkowski faked the retirement, honey, because he did not want to be a Lion. It was a clip about it. I'm gonna have to send it to you. But yes, I just don't understand how we're paying. You know, I, yeah, but why would Brad Holmes be the general manager or anybody be the general manager if they can't assess the talent at any spot? I mean, you don't see Matt LaFleur telling Aaron Rodgers, "Hey, let's tank this game so we can get a higher draft pick." Well, if anything, what these teams do is they trade up, they do other stuff for it. They're not out here tanking to win draft capital. If anything, they're giving away draft picks to get other people to be the better team. Like it just makes no sense. It makes zero sense. I would never want to be a part of an organization where we pay people millions of dollars to intentionally lose. We pay these coaches millions of dollars to do what? Like it makes no sense. Make it make sense. I just it makes none to me. It don't. On a lower level, I'm not going to work somewhere and my job just tell me, you know what? If anything, on the lower level, these jobs really pay you pennies to do major work, and they don't have it like that. Right, but you should still be playing to get to the playoffs. You shouldn't the playoffs that don't matter. Oh, well, we ain't make the playoffs. Let's lose every game. The comment says once you're alienated or eliminated, I'm sorry, from the playoffs, it's about looking at the next season. Um, no, that's fine. And we can argue, bro. You can really call in. You know what? I'm not even nah, it's not about that. But it's just, I mean, y'all know I'm very passionate about the Lions. I love the Lions, win or lose. But if you look at any other team, that's not the mindset. I don't see any other fan base outside of the Lions who intentionally want the team to lose so that they can get draft capital. Like it's just it makes no sense. Especially when they do lose, they're crying about when are we going to see improvement. Well, here's the worst team in the NFL that just beat the best team, but instead of people acknowledging that, it's oh well, now we won't get Aiden Hutchinson. Like, okay, like these things happen for like let's give this organization, whatever they call it, management squad, a chance. Like, okay, if we're going through a rebuild, let's really see what we got, what talent they're gonna bring up, and what's gonna happen. It's just, I don't know. Maybe everybody want to be a GM these days. Hell, I don't know. Either way it go, the Lions won, and Coach Dan Campbell said he ain't focused on the draft right now. And they locker room post game talk. He said we gonna win the next 3 games. I said okay, we are gonna win the next. Well, I don't know now because Jared Goff got COVID, so we'll see. Tom Brady was shut out for the first time in 15 years. He done started 255 consecutive times before ever. I mean, without being shut out in the whole game. Now, in the Bucks' defense, they shut the Saints out of the end zone. They only kicked a field goal 3 times. They had 9 points. The game was boring. That's all I'm gonna say. I was fighting my sleep, fighting to watch the game. What am I fighting for? That's what I had to ask myself at the end. And the fact that I was watching the whole game fighting my sleep, I said, well, I might as well stay woke because I've been fighting all this time. So I fought to the end, upset with myself. Tom Brady, he looked so mad. The Saints defense, they, I, you know, Sean Payton was out too for COVID. It's just a lot. They they need another Drew Brees. Taysom Hill and what's his name? Winston. He's not gonna get them there. That team is only missing a quarterback. Once they get that quarterback together, they're gonna be back. They definitely gonna be back. The Bucks. I'm not even too much worried about the Bucks. I mean, you got to lose some games to be shut out. Oh, that's not good. But it is what it is. Tom Brady gonna bounce back. The team is actually in a better position this year than they was last year when they went to the Super Bowl. They had only won like 7 games before playoffs and stuff like that. So I'm not too worried about them. When it comes to the NFC, I think Green Bay gonna go all the way this season anyway. It bothers me sometimes every single week just to always put Aaron Rodgers on this pedestal because I've always been a hater of this man. And I still feel like a hater of this man, but just having to do this sports show, I literally watch TV and sports now, just try not to be so biased. And I mean, it's showing. So I'm kind of proud of myself, but I'm also kind of like, why didn't I don't know. Even the Ravens in the Green Bay game, the Ravens really could have won that game. Um, this is another point I want to make too about football. What's going on with all of these? We gonna go for it on fourth down. Like, why are we not taking the points? This is the most analytic season. Like, I don't know. We're gonna go with the analytics. We're gonna see what the analytics say. We're gonna go for it on fourth down because we're playing Green Bay and we need these points. And we like no, because to be honest, the way it was 31-30. They could have kicked the extra point and went into overtime. They didn't want to do that. They wanted to score 2, possibly win the game. Lost last week the same way. I believe you, bro. They really have been playing too much Madden because this literally sucks. Like, and it's killing these teams. Like, it be at the last minute we be like, well, they should have kicked them 2 field goals. They would have won. And I don't know. It's so much so I'm tongue tied and speechless. Like and Aaron Rodgers, like the Ravens defense was playing that backup quarterback, Huntley. To be honest, he looks like Lamar Jackson's cousin. I kept thinking it was him. Um, and he plays so good. He throws the ball to me better than Lamar Jackson. Like, why do we sit on the bench? I don't know. The Ravens have a special talent going on there. Them hardballs. I don't. Hey, I hats off to Jim and John and them. They daddy, that whole family. They didn't listen and lost the game. That's the thing. Like it's just weird. I'm Chicago in Minnesota. That game last night was horrible. Minnesota, the defense for Chicago did keep the team to 17 points, 17 to 9. Chicago scored literally their first touchdown in the last second of the game, and they almost didn't even give him that touchdown. I'm still confused on if it was a touchdown or not. They said his shin went down, so I guess, that's why they gave it to him. I think they really just gave it to him because they was feeling sorry for them. Oh, not the world. I'm not believing the world has been tamed. We probably really are going under to some control stuff, but I don't know. That's neither here nor there. But anywho, the defense for Chicago was really doing their thing. Minnesota was Minnesota, same team. But offensively, like, who was calling the plays? And then at some point, Matt Nagy, he got on the field very much crazy, like drew a flag, all of that. And I'm just trying to figure out, what was he doing? Why did you continue to let your team go for it on fourth down when you could have kicked the ball a few times? Like, I don't know. It's confusing me, y'all. Like, I don't, and it's not like I'm trying to say I can be a football coach and I can do this better, and I'm not saying none of that. But what I am saying is this is crazy. Like, this is keeping these teams down. This is keeping them losing, and I don't know. Like, I'm just interested to see where football goes from here. We going to the time now where these playoff games gonna be on Amazon Prime and stuff, y'all. So be looking out because we're living in a different time. It's not just Prime TV no more. I mean, regular TV and then sometimes ESPN. Like, no, they spreading out against everything. We're gonna get this money. I'm starting to think because sports betting is a thing. This is where the analytics come from. They're replacing betting with analytics for people who they gotta just be losing on purpose. Like, I don't know. And at some point as a coach in Chicago yesterday, when you was down there in the zone, y'all then went for it on fourth down a few times. And why are we still not kicking the ball? This is why I said earlier, Nagy got to go. Like, I don't know. They said Chicago ain't fired no coach. That's not what they do in the middle of the season, but they got to do something new. Sometimes you got to just do something new. You got to do something new. I don't know. I'm a go ahead and wrap up, y'all. I'm just at this point. I'm confused. Like, I'm happy the Lions won. I really think they can win next week too. Like I said, they can beat the Falcons for sure. And I really think they'll win against Green Bay. Now, Seattle, that's questionable. Russell Wilson is really trying to do his thing. He's proven that he has not, lost it. So I'm not sure about Seattle, but definitely Green Bay, because I think that Green Bay game, they just gonna sit everybody and they're gonna play all of their fifth string players, and then we possibly could take that win. So the Lions could go to 4-11-1. Who knows? Let's cross our fingers. I mean, they could go to 5-11-1. Win out. We'll. Let's cross our fingers. Let's cross it for the team. You know, and then football season about to end, so I'll be talking about basketball a little bit for y'all too. Might want to come on here and talk about basketball, but right now we talk a little bit about football. And I love y'all. Yes, boo, Coach Witt. So as always, thank y'all for tuning in. Thank you for being a part of the show. I appreciate everybody who tuned in and you're commenting. Thank you, Rocky, my brother Jermaine, my boo. I know my best friend is on here, so I thank everybody. I love y'all. Also, the Rams is playing Seattle right now. So if you're not already watching the game, please tune in. I will be talking about this. I will tweet my power rankings again tomorrow. I'm gonna try to do it early. So follow me on Twitter. I'm everywhere at My Whitney B, but I'm gonna put it on both of my pages. I have two Twitters at My Whitney B and at Whitney 2788. So thank you again. I love y'all, and I'm out.